Hello and welcome to the lecture series on growth and development. In the previous class we have seen the measurement of economic development and the first measure of it, which is the gross national product or GNP. In this class I'll be talking about GNP per capita. So let's get started. So let us look at first the definition of GNP per capita. So GNP per capita relates to the measure of an increase in the per capita real income of an economy over a long period of time. So this is what this is what GNP per capita boils down to. Let us now look at how Mir uses GNP per capita to define economic development. So according to Mir, economic development is defined as the process whereby real per capita income of the country increases over a long period of time, subject to stipulations that the number of people below absolute poverty line does not increase and the distribution of income does not become more unequal. So according to Mir, what is happening is the measurement of economic development with the help of GNP per capita is only possible when the real per capita income of the country increases over a long period of time, subject to the stipulations that the number of people below absolute poverty line does not increase. That is the first. And the second is the distribution of income does not become more unequal. So this is how Mir defines economic development. There's a distinction between absolute poverty and relative poverty. I'll talk about that in maybe some other lecture. So this is how he defines the economic development or the process of economic development. Now, why GNP per capita is not a good measure of economic development is being recorded in the 4 points which are given here. So why difficulty still remains with respect to GNP per capita as a measure of economic development is because an increase in the real GNP per capita, may not raise the standard of living of the masses. So this, if at all there is any increase in real GNP per capita, the standard of living of the masses does not effectively change. So that is why this cannot be used as a measure of economic development. Second of all, okay, let us assume that there is an increase in the real GNP per capita, but what if the increased money or the increased GNP goes to a few rich people? Again, this amounts to something called as inequality. The income distribution is becoming more unequal, which Mir in his definition of economic development said that it is subject to no change in the distribution of income, or there shouldn't be any unequal distribution of income. So therefore this point is ruled out. Then let us look at the third point, why real GNP per capita can't be used as a measure of economic development is because it fails to account problems associated with basic needs. It does not take into account any basic needs or problems associated with basic needs such as education, nutrition, etc. That is not being covered up in real per capita income or measuring GNP in real per capita income terms. And the last point is international comparisons of GNP are inaccurate because exchange rate conversions of different currencies in a common currency like dollar, it is difficult to do that. So that is why the GNP per capita as a measure of economic development has problems. And that is why we have another measure which is called as welfare, which I'll talk about in the next lecture. Thank you.